Thomas Harding, lead us off.
Hey, buddy. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Thomas.
All right. Hey, excuse me here. I'm choking up. When you guys signed CJ Cron, it seemed like to me, especially from talking to you, that you knew he would be a productive player here, or you really were kind of counting on him to be that. Has he met all your expectations when it comes to that?
Well, he's met a lot of them for sure, and we still have some baseball left to be played. But you're right. I had a good feeling about CJ becoming. I think more importantly, CJ felt the same thing about his desire to be a Rocky. We first met in 2016 when I was working with the Angels, and he was there as a younger player. And again, I thought, there was some talent in there. Albert Pujols was playing first base, but Croney got some at bats, and I saw him all through spring training and my time up in Anaheim. Doing the many roles I was undertaking there. I always thought that there was a offensive player in there. Then he'd since moved on to Tampa and Minnesota, Detroit, and overall was, put up some numbers. So I thought where he was in his career, our need, I thought it was a good fit. So I went to our baseball ops team and had them, do their homework on CJ and maybe facilitate a deal. So I'm glad it worked out. I know that he was coveted by a few other teams. So he made the decision to come here, and I think it's worked out for both of us.
He has had kind of bigger power seasons, and as you said, this season isn't finished yet. But the thing I've noticed about him is even when he isn't hitting for power, he still gives you a good professional at bat. Will take a walk, move the line. How big was it for you to get somebody with that type of at bat in here?
Well, I think that was something that he wanted to improve on, was his walk rate and his on base percentage. Early in his career, when I saw him in Anaheim, not so much. But even in a very small sample last year, the walks came in Detroit before he injured his knee. And a lot of times, guys with power will draw walks if they're patient and if they're selected and if they control the strike zone, because pitchers are afraid of power and they'll pitch defensively. I mean, that's the thing that it's been, part of baseball for 100 years. Guys that are dangerous, pitchers are careful. They just don't throw, balls down the middle. They don't, or they're not cavalier with strike throwing when they're behind in the count. So, he's shown that improvement, and I think that, helps his productivity.
And last one on him, how much of that can rub off on other players? It's my understanding that people do go to him, ask him questions. How much of that can maybe help some of the other guys take that next step? Because you can't always hit a home run, you can't always get a hit.
Right. And that's something we've talked about as a team the last couple of years. Trying to increase the walk rate, trying to cut down on the strikeouts, and trying to control and improve our overall chase rate individually and as a team. So with him, the on-base percentage is almost, I think it's right about 100 points higher than his average. It's well above average. And I think other guys see, CJ getting on base via the walk. Now we have some guys that, I think fit that profile. I think Charlie's done a really good job this year of his walk rate, his chase rate, his strikeout rate. I think Brendan Rodgers will get there eventually. Mac has shown that ability at times, but also, Mac has also shown, maybe being a little bit too eager during stretches of this season. So, we talk about it. Guys that do it, I do think it helps it rubs off.
Thank you, buddy.
Go back to CJ Cron for a moment. I believe
recently you were talking about his defense, and I'm paraphrasing. I think you said, it's solid average, I think is kind of what you were saying. Can you delve into that just a little more? What are the things that you like as him as a fielding first baseman?
Yeah, I think he does a very credible job. A lot of times early in the year when Josh was with us, we defense for CJ because Josh is for me, a really elite defender at two positions. Josh has worked him, worked his way into that type of talent defensively. But with CJ, love the arm. There's arm strength there. The throw to second base on a double play, the throws around the diamond on potential bunt plays. I really like his arm strength. I like his hands. His hands are relatively soft. There were some plays early in the year that he booted. There's no question about it. Some balls were off the glove. Some balls went through his legs. I think with CJ, a lot of it's concentration and being locked in every single pitch. 150, 170 pitches a game. That's been our challenge to him, is to be ready every single pitch, because you never know what's going to happen, where that ball's going to be directed. But I think the last couple months he's been pretty solid. There's some really good picks. There's a good pick the other day on a throw from Trev. There's been some balls. All plays. There've been some balls down the line he's made nice plays on. There's been some leaping catches, balls to his right. He's done some nice work. So he's getting better. And Stu and him have done a really nice job of working on the things that he really truly needs to work on pregame, and I think it's paid off.
All right, we'll go to Mark Stout, then Danielle, and we'll finish back up with Thomas. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, buddy, in thinking of Gomber's work at Coors Field, has there been a pitch or particular pitches that have been most useful for him?
I don't think so, Mark. I think it's his mix of pitches, that are his strength. I don't think he overly relies on any one of his four pitches. His strength is the four, and using them appropriately depending on the situation and the hitter. I don't think he has confidence in any one pitch more than another. I think that's the beauty of him, is that he has confidence in all of them pretty much equally. And on a given night, one might show up a little bit more than the other, whether it's the fastball command, which I think he exhibits, whether it's that good 12-6 curveball, whether it's the slider, whether it's the change.
Danielle, go ahead.
Brendan Rodgers is on the longest hitting streak of his career right now. What have you been seeing from him, and what do you feel is sort of the next step in his development that you want to see?
Well, I like the fact that he's getting some hits and he's stringing them together on a daily basis. We're still very early in his career, but I think just fundamentally, he's got a short stroke in comparison to other major league players, and it's a shorter stroke with a nice path to the ball with some strength to it, and it's proving itself out that this guy can hit major league pitching. Our scouts, way back when on the amateur level, really liked what they saw as a young high school hitter. In the minor leagues, when he played, when he was healthy, he put seasons together, when he was an active player in the minors. And now we're seeing the confidence. We're seeing him being comfortable in the big leagues, comfortable in his own skin as a major leaguer, as a teammate. He's just growing before our eyes in a lot of areas. But I think it starts with his talent as a hitter, his swing, and it's starting to show up, on a regular basis in the big leagues. That's a really good sign.
Thank you.